What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video, and now we have to go over another crypto here. So this is Sanshu Inu. So if you don't know, Sanshu Inu is one of the community-based cryptos that have, the Shiba Inu as their mascot. It's pretty much based off of Doge, like all the other ones, So they had Shiba Inu, we had Baby Doge, we have a different one like Kishu Inu, now we have Sanshu Inu. So if you don't know what Sanshu Inu is, this video today will let you know exactly what Sanshu Inu is. And if you do, then we have some new updates for Sanshu Inu and why Sanshu Inu is going to continue to rise. So these community-based cryptos, they are actually really special in the crypto community because it's one of the many things where the price is kind of determined by the people, right? The price is not determined by the value of the coin, it's determined by the people and the people that are holding it. And we have hit some new milestones here, so we got to talk about that. And as you can see here, 100 quadrillion circulating supply, but that's not the total circulating supply, so don't be scared right now because we have some stuff to talk about and we have to talk about it right now. So that 100 quadrillion circulating supply, first off, we're going to debunk that, right? So the total Sanshu Inu supply is 100 quadrillion, right? That's 100%. But then over here, when they burned up to date, is 61% has been burned up to date. So in theory, there is about 29,000 Sanshu Inu, right? Not 29,000, but 29 trillion Sanshu Inu, right? There's about 29 trillion Sanshu Inu. So that is what we know so far, 29 trillion Sanshu Inu. So also you can look over here and it says total Sanshu Inu burned at launch was 58%, which amounts to be 58 trillion. And then total Sanshu Inu burned from 1% transaction fees is 3%. We'll talk about that. And then total Sanshu circulating supply is now 38%. I was off by 400 billion. So yeah, total Sanshu Inu is 38 trillion, not 39 trillion. So, or not 29 trillion, 38 trillion. But yeah, total Sanshu Inu circulating supply right now is 38 trillion, which is 38% of all Sanshu Inu. Remember, almost all of it has been burned. And right over here, you can see the daily amount of Sanshu Inu that is burned is 0.04%, which amounts to be a whole of 42 trillion, or not trillion, but look, that is 42 billion and then trillion. So yeah, 42 trillion. And then yeah, that's a lot that's burned every day that they're saying. And then over here you can see the total Sanshu Inu is 38%. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is billion, trillion, 38 quadrillion. So yeah, 38 quadrillion total and 42 trillion is burned every single day. That's a lot of Sanshu Inu. Remember, 1% of all the transactions are burned, and that's actually what we got to get to next. So that's our next thing here that we're going to go over. So let's back up here and go to the actual website. As you can see, a community focused decentralized transaction network. So community focused, that's one of the main parts about Sanshu Inu. All right, so we have more stuff here. A fully deflationary token that appreciates every single transaction, what we just now talked about. And it's kind of same thing with SafeMoon, the same thing with Baby Doge. There's a lot of Feg token, they're all like that. So a fully deflationary token that appreciates every single transaction. Sanshu's deflationary mechanisms includes a burn and a redistribution system. 1% of each transaction is burned and 1% is distributed as rewards to holders. So that is actually really good right there. So let's keep on going here. Why choose Sanshu Inu? So why choose Sanshu Inu? 37,000 plus holders, and since they put that up there, you can see over here there's actually 40,000 plus holders now, 40,960. So yeah, 40,960 holders. That's a lot of people holding Sanshu Inu. And as you can see, this top burn address right here, they're not lying, 61% has been already burned so far. So good news there. And let's keep going on this website. So that's a big return there. I guess you could judge that by your own self. And then over here to token burn, it says we burnt 58% plus of the token supply. And then over here the redistribution that they were talking about with the 1% transactions, the fair launch. They did no manipulation, no whales, no rug pulls. And they aim to include the community in order to make decisions. As in their Telegram, they have the Telegram up on Twitter. You can check that out. Flexible management. Undoubtedly, we have a straight and delicious roadmap while achieving those goals. So flexible management, that is something they're talking about here. And these are their updates that they've already done. Token fair launch, the safety protocols, they already had that done. Marketing, they had CoinGecko listing, website rework, they had smart contract audits, and then they had marketing expansions that they haven't done yet. They're still expanding on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And no, I did not get paid by them or asked anyone to do this. I just kind of did it. So, and then the reward strategies, as our community is growing exponentially, community rewards are being planned and slowly implemented. So they're going to do some rewards for people, and CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko listing, as we already know, and the launch of dog parks. What is a dog park? A sad dog, obviously. So therefore, we'll be launching our dog park with a yielding farming. So the dog park is pretty much yield farming. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And we have a lot more stuff to talk about here. It's not just this little stuff here. And if you want to know how to buy it, they actually tell you how to buy it step by step right here. How to buy Sanshu Inu. You would install your MetaMask. This is pretty much the same thing with all ERC20 tokens. So if you already know how to do it, then it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, here are the steps. If you don't know how to do it, definitely check that out. So a lot that we have now went over. This has been a lot here. And also their Twitter, look at this, 21,000 people on their Twitter, 21,000 followers on Twitter. That's pretty good, considering they have 40,000 holders. So all the holders, all hodlers out there need to follow that Twitter. So yeah, I'm gonna be their newest follow here. So now they've got another follow. So yeah, all the hodlers need to follow their Twitter for that support here. But the Sanshu army, here's our first wolf date. So they have their first wolf date. Oh, I don't want to get banned for that music there. So yeah, I can't play the music. So Wolf trending #1 on CoinMarketCap, the top listed one, the top viewed one, as I should say. So yeah, top listed, top viewed on CoinMarketCap. That's pretty cool right there. And then finally, they're announcing their first Inu, which is Akita Network. And this is their whole dog park thing. Welcome to dog park. So yeah, they're launching this whole dog park thing. And this is pretty much what they're talking about here. It's Akita Network. And yeah, definitely check that out. Official Twitter of Akita Inu on Ethereum. And that's now part of the dog park. So yeah, this is another thing they've been talking about with Sanshu Inu. So Baby Doge isn't quite like Sanshu, and we have a dog park too. So yeah, there's a lot of different of these dog coins. Like I just did one on Baby Doge, I did one on Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and now Sanshu Inu. Now I'm gonna do one on Kishu Inu. But yeah, there's so many different of these dog tokens, and I think these are actually here to stay. Like now that we're seeing this, they seem like they're actually here to stay. They had an AMA just like Shiba Inu had an AMA, just like Dogecoin had an AMA. And I mean, they were doing everything that all these other solidified cryptos are doing, you know? So honestly, let's see how this turns out in the future. Let's see if it actually ends up being something big in the future, right? So another thing with Sanshu Inu, right? Look at all these holders. The whales don't have such a significant holding as inside of a lot of other tokens, you know. There's an actual whale that owns 28% of all Dogecoin. But then you go over here, the highest whale that we have is 4% because this top one's a burn wallet. So it's pretty good that they have the whales as not dominant, you know, or not as dominant as all the other, you know, coin holders. So that's definitely good there. And a Sanshu Inu coin prediction. So what is the coin prediction for Sanshu Inu inside 2030? They're saying, I want to say 2025 prediction, but they're saying 2030. So will Sanshu Inu reach 1 cent by 2030 or even 2025? So it says that they predict Sanshu Inu might not reach 1 cent mark until 2030. So they said until 2030. So it means in 2030 they project that it will reach that amount. So hopefully it can get to that amount, but there's actually an easy way to find out, because remember 36 quadrillion or 38 quadrillion is actually circulating inside of the market. So like you take your 38 quadrillion, which is actually too large for the calculator, so I'm probably not going to be able to do this math here. This is 38 billion here, 38 trillion. And yeah, you can't even do 38 quadrillion. You can only do 3.8 quadrillion because that is quadrillion right there. So yeah, I can't even do the prediction here mathematically. But mathematically speaking, let's just say 3.8 quadrillion. And then I can't really get the full number here, so it's whatever. Yeah, I can't really get the full number. But 1 cent, they're saying by 2030. I feel like that's pretty fair. If you take 1 cent by 2030 and the price that it's at now, it's so cheap right now. By 2030, if it was 1 cent, whatever you put in there, you're going to be a millionaire. So hopefully it does, you know, go that high by 2030. 1 cent by 2025, it might, yeah, definitely pushing it there. Now by 2025, I would say the 0.0001 area, not the 1 cent area. So that's my prediction there for Sanshu Inu. So just wanted to put that out there. Just wanted to let everyone know. I do believe it could reach 1 cent. It's just in order for all these different dog meme tokens to reach 1 cent, like Bitcoin has to first reach back to 1 trillion. First, we gotta get back to 1 trillion with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is like the end all be all right now. Like, if Bitcoin stays at 630 million, obviously, or 630 billion, obviously none of the other tokens are gonna reach a trillion, right? So in order for them to even get to 1 cent, we have to get Bitcoin back to 1 trillion. So, and Bitcoin would look way attractive, way more attractive at 2 trillion. So I would like to see Bitcoin at 2 trillion, really, and then all the other ones can come following along. So honestly, I definitely believe we can get to 1 cent with this. And the same thing with Shiba Inu, the same thing with Kishu Inu, and all of those, right? So I'll do another video over here on this Kishu Inu. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about Kishu Inu, right? So I'll do another video and it'll be on Kishu Inu. I don't want to go over both of them all in one, because that's going to be a long video and I don't want to have everyone waiting that long for the whole video. But I'll make another video on Kishu Inu. But yeah, remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice, and you definitely need to take your own financial advice and not really listen to what other people say. Don't buy things based off of what other people are saying. Only buy them based on your own beliefs. In my eyes, I'm a very risky investor. So I look at something like Sanshu Inu and like, if I throw $100 in this and turn my back for about 10 years, what will it be at? That's the kind of investor I am. So will I throw $100 in this? Yes, I will be throwing $100 in this and turning my back on it for the next 10 years and not really looking at it. Well, I will be doing videos on it and on the new price predictions and on news that we have with it, but I won't actually touch the wallet for 10 years. And that's kind of how I'm looking at it. And yeah, I got to get in on this. So this is definitely going to be one of those things that have a very strong community. And I can see it growing right now, because the same thing happened with Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu just grew heavily. And same things happening with Baby Doge, with Kishu Inu, with Dogecoin. All these different dog tokens are growing so big, and then they're just all over the place at this point. Like, looking at the most viewed stuff on all of these platforms, you know, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, it's always the dog tokens, it's always the meme coins, right? So they're the things that are always doing the best on these when it comes to the communities and when it comes to how many people are actually searching for it and actually looking out for it, right? So remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe, and check out the link in the description for free stock with Robinhood and Webull, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.